Alright, people, we are back, and now we are with mods. So we are going to, well, we're just gonna see what happens. Let's see where the dice fall, per se. Oh, that is not supposed to be okay. We are looking into his soulless fucking eyes, and I can't even pass the speech check. Okay, Malcolm Holmes, I'm sorry. Alright, let's let's speed on by and forget about that. Alright, yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of that, a little bit of this. Fucking get out of there, not look at the missing texture. Oh, we got a pistol mod, but we'll talk about that more in depth when we actually know that the game will work correctly. Yeah, okay. Now we're heading to where the mod takes place, but we're just gonna check if it actually if it's just a big missing textures. And one, two, three, looks okay. And there it is. Oh boy, the amount of missing textures is ungodly. Let's go in and talk to the owner and see what happens. Oh, my game does not like that. Oh, Jesus. The amount of missing. Oh, Jesus. I see we did not we did not install this mod correctly, so we are just going to. Oh God, I'm sorry, Hilly. We're just gonna zip on out of this because that is not correct at all. Please stand by.
Howdy.
All right, I messed around with it a little bit, messed around with some mods, and oh, it's still not working. Okay, let's go back to the drawing board and read up on what's going on. Okay, this time we got it all sorted out. I clicked on the 12.12 to 2.220 patch, or the basically I clicked on an update for the mod, but not the actual mod itself. So I had basically a quarter of it.
Pardon me, sir. Interested in the finest entertainment available for the discriminating gentleman? Perhaps even an employment opportunity? Just go to Lollipop Saloon. It's on Route 160. Folks around here call it Blue Diamond Road. Food and drink, entertainment,
Oh
and
boy.
companionship. All in an exclusive yet relaxed atmosphere. Thanks for your time. Enjoy yourself.
Oh boy. The audio is a little bit off. I don't know what else is wrong, but we'll figure. We'll try to. Oh boy. Just do our best to work with what we have, but oh boy. Anyways, how are you people doing? As you can tell, we are still playing Fallout New Vegas and trying our best to, trying our best to not let the game crash and burn, but so far we're having some success. As you can tell, I've adjusted the ratio or the resolution, and I kept the texture quality low to be safe. But if I feel like my computer can handle it, I'll turn it up to medium, so at least you can read the Pip-Boy. But for the most part, we're gonna stick with the current texture quality or quality of graphics. Okay, get Coyote, get bad, Coyote, bad. Yeah, for the most part, if there's something around or near, I'll show you where it is. But Chance's knife is just kind of. This is not in the base game, just so you know. This is a mod, so don't try coming here and thinking, where is this place? This is a mod. This is not base game or any possibility of Xbox 360 or One or PS4 playing this part of the game. So if you ever want to try to play this, you gotta get a computer, laptop, or, well, I'm gonna say laptop because unless you're gonna get a good laptop, you don't get Fallout New Vegas. You want a good desktop. There we go. Now this looks semi-professional. Oh, can't get a ramp yet, but we'll figure that out when we get back. All right. Have a single car that made it before the bombs fell. Never noticed that.
Welcome to Lollipops. You just found yourself the world's premier adult entertainment company. Much more than that, friend. Strip clubs, dirty magazines, skin flicks, holo games, lingerie, sex toys. If it'd get you horny, lollipops made it. Was a time whoring was illegal, except overseas and parts of Nevada outside the big cities. If you wanted to gamble and watch showgirls swing the titties at you, you went to the strip. If you was looking for real action, the ass end of nowhere was where it was at.
I agree. Ass end of
Ain't
nowhere is
necessarily so.
generally where
Golden
it's
Globes
at.
has been making skin flicks up in New Reno for years, but Lollipops was the original. You put this logo on it, gives it a certain, what's the word? Nope, that ain't it. It's more like, I don't know what. That's it. Now, feast your eyes on this. Look at the date. That's less than 5 years ago. Fellow what gimme that said it was Larry Slater himself published it with some help from a vault dweller. Well, that part's bullshit, but if somebody else can do it, I reckon I can too. I got a better claim to the name anyway. Maybe some, but you're missing the big picture. Slater started off with nightclubs, but Lollipops magazine made him rich, and the Vidges made him richer than the devil. Couldn't hurt, but there ain't much we can offer you can't get easier and safer in town. They got women, they got men, you want something squishier, they got ghouls, you want something stiffer, they got sex bots.
Alright.
I ain't this chatty with every yokel wanders in here. I could use a mover and shaker to help get the business back on its feet. You got to look. I reckon not. You get what you pay for. Finder's fee's $200, $250. She got more teeth than scars. Or if you want to cut, you can buy in. We split the profits by shares. 100 caps a share, but I ain't selling more than half my stake.
I'm not gonna try to buy all the shares immediately, but that's something we'll definitely save up and earn our caps for, and
long as you get results,
save 2,000 and put it in our Novak room to
you want to give them a healthcare
save
plan
for the
and
strip.
a Christmas
But we're
bonus
definitely
that comes
gonna
out
put
of
a
your cut.
majority of our money towards the Lollipop shares. So when this place becomes profitable, we basically have a never-ending money supply. Start out small, but we save up big. I think the long-term goal is I'm going to try to get enough either mods or stuff to where I can do the chasm, or I forget the abbreviation for it. Basically, there's a mod that lets you play after the ending of the game, like Fallout Brotherhood of Steel style, which I wish they had that in the base game. That would have been so amazing. God damn. Got more brown lollipops, man. I almost wish I had the texture quality put up so I could see it. But, I think we're on the safe for work version of this pod, so it just doesn't have anything long to cover.
Your share of every day's draw will be in the safe behind the counter by the end of the night. See them black boxes? Supposedly there's some kind of computer what shows dirty pictures. Sounds like a bunch of hooey to me. Every terminal I ever seen was just a bunch of green words. But if you can get 'em working, I'll buy you a beer. Well, I reckon Mover and Shaker ought to be able to get something on them screens.
Oh boy. That's Tempton Hilly. We'll work on the green screen, even though we bought enough shares to where we just take the drinks for free. So we already have an email account. Amazing. Free wall money. I'll take that. Say hi to Debbie.
What is it?
This place needs a new owner, Debbie.
See you around.
Oh, that bathroom dirty. Okay, basically it's saying go down to the basement and turn the switch off. There's the... I guess if you're gay, there's your alternative to Debbie. For the most part, this mod's kind of a nice in-between of lore-friendly and, hey, that isn't censored. Just kind of ignore that. It's not even that detailed. I mean, what's going on with them? What's going on? Are we gonna have to basically cut the video and not go in this entire room for... Oh, okay. I'm a little bit uncomfortable, but at least there's something covering him. Oh boy. I don't know. I honestly might just not... Oh, God. I think we're all adults enough to just kind of let that slide and not pay much attention to that. People really care. I don't know, man. There's the reset for the loom screen. Let's do that, and then let's bug them a bit, see what they... Yeah, I'm kind of glad I have texture quality now really low, because they don't seem to have not censored the background art, or the... I forget the word for it, decoration. Yeah, that isn't censored, so we're just gonna have to not look at that, or... That's blurry enough to where I can't tell what's going on, so whatever.
I'm occupied. If you're a customer, see the stuff.
Okay.
Otherwise, see the art.
He's occupado. If you're a customer, go bug the guy upstairs. Oh boy. There's Taqueria. It's not close by, but it's in the middle of where I live, like in the middle of the area. So it's like a quarter, half mile, around that range of... It's a bit of a walk, but it's not hellishly far, like it's far enough to where I don't go there often unless I'm in the middle of downtown. And when I go there, it's usually a few like 2 or 3 tacos. But I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna surprise myself and get 5 for eat 1 or 2 here before the music show, and then after have it for like a dinner at the end of my day. And it was fish tacos, and they're pretty good. And I'm usually a guy who's really picky, doesn't like eating, much vegetables, but they had onions, tomatoes, turnip, all the fixings, and I sat there and I munched it all down. It was honestly pretty good. Pretty good taco. Also got a side of rice. I'd say where or what the place was, but that would basically be announcing where I live, and that's not a big issue, but it's at the same time, it's kind of like, I've seen people jokingly show where they live, or jokingly, like, open up the door to, oh, I'm in this area, come visit me, and then that got taken seriously, and now they had to live in a gated community and have to have security guards, and it's like, I'm not famous, I'm not popular, I'm not anything of the sort, but it's at this point to where there's weirdos that will literally just fucking harass
Well, if it
you
ain't my
just for the
favorite mover
fun of
and
it,
shaker.
and I'm paranoid enough to where I avoid
So a
and
scene. They sure is
actively
pretty. Have a
discourage
beer on
anything that would open that kind of interactions, and
Squatters.
it's like,
Come in with that fella what give me the magazine.
most I want is a
Everyone said they was whores. Wanted to
interacting
stick around.
community of
Ain't done
people that
much
are like,
whoring, no.
hey,
Must have found something
can you
real
play this, or
interesting
what's
on
your
that
opinion
terminal.
on this, or hey, you should try to get this to work,
Nope.
or
Nosed around the basement some, then she
something around
saw
those
the
lines
terminal,
of,
told her friend she was staying.
hey, try this, or
He got
hey, this is really
wavy for
cool,
a bit.
or
Then
that
he
kind of
unlocked
stuff
that
where
big
it's like,
door, went through, and locked it behind him. Just as well, I reckon.
I have my own friend group, I have my own shit going on, but it's
Couldn't
like,
tell you, but they say
I'm
Larry
doing this as
Slater
like
had
a
a tube train took him straight to any lollipops in
hobby,
the world, even Asia. That's
background
bullshit.
entertainment while I'm
That one
waiting
had to
for
be an
shit to get
elevator.
done, or while
Funny how time can twist a
I'm out
story.
doing things, so at
He ain't
most,
mysterious.
I just
He's
try to
mental.
avoid the
He walked here from D.C. His mama lived in a
hoopla.
vault. He knows Larry Slater, and he's
I've
on
been
a
talking
secret
over
mission for the
Kelly, too.
Brotherhood of
That's,
Steel. If you
I don't
believe
know.
all that,
I can't.
got a damn
The
to
audio's
say.
off, so I'm basically like can't tell what's going on. Or I have a screen.
Hell if
I have
know.
a
Come in here like
video
some
of
hot shot
the
from the head office,
one
expecting a
feed,
handout.
but
So I run him
mainly I'm
off.
paying attention to the one.
Before he left, he gave me that magazine, so I told him nobody seen hiding her hair of the
You're
Brotherhood since the
there
NCR
in the
whooped her
conversation
ass.
oh,
He might have got
talking
it in
about
his
this.
head to ask them, which case they most likely shot his
but this
crazy
episode,
ass as a spy.
honestly, it's the start of the mod era of Fallout New
reckon
Vegas
so.
for us. But we're not gonna be
Not people.
cheating
Hooker.
or anything too particular. We're just going to
Here's some help wanted posters I printed up a
bare
while back.
minimum
Damn things
have
get
fun.
tore down fast as you put them up,
review,
but
not
paper's
review, but play through mods, and
cheap. Ain't nothing to it. Convince
I'm gonna
somebody
try
get
to
naked,
like have
take
it so I
pictures,
don't need
scan
to
the film into the terminal,
things
set the
or
layout,
get the
hit
Nexus
print.
or like get a mod
Machines do
manager
the
so I
hard
can
work,
like remove
then all
files
you gotta
for
do
me,
is sell 'em.
'cause going through and deleting textures and meshes, and
Why
it's
don't you
easier
take
to
this
just
one?
delete the IM
Takes good
or the
pictures and folds up real
EMS
small
file,
so you
or
can
I
sneak
forget
it
what
in
the main
places where
files
you
are
ain't
called for mods,
supposed to.
but you can delete that, but then you have the problem of, oh, your
I
Fallout
was
is
thinking
now
you'd just
20
charm their
gigabytes
pants
because you
off and
have a
snap
bunch
away.
of old textures and stuff
But
that
now
you
that
never
you
deleted,
mention
or
it,
you just
some of them might get sexier if they ain't worried their neighbors is peeking. Storage room would make a good studio.
And it's not-
In fact, it used to be
it's
one.
hard for
I'll
that
get
to
cleaned out
for
and
that to
presented.
happen. Like, you have to have the 4 GB patch, all the
Big gizmo bottom
bells
of
and
the
whistles
elevator.
of a good
Terminal
computer,
offloads
but
pictures from your camera, lets you put in your editorials, interviews,
Anyways.
articles, and whatnot.
we'll just try to.
Then you just set the layout and hit the print button.
This mod is basically one I've messed around with since not since I first got a laptop in Fallout, but after like a year of modding,
Lollipops
this is like
magazine
one of
had
the
a
ones
formula.
that I've
I reckon it'll do
not
us just
every
fine.
time I played
The
Fallout
cover
it had
girl
to
should
be in
have
my
a hook.
mod list, but
Somebody famous
it's
who
one of the
never
quest
got you
mods
see
where it's
naked,
like
or
it's
somebody
entertaining.
real
You
exotic.
have a
They called the pictures up front the foreplay pictorial. She
it's
was always the
it's its
prettiest
own
one
lore, but
getting warmed
it's
up.
it's lore friendly
Pictures
enough
in back
because
was
it
the big
actually
finish.
makes
Them
the
girls
mentions
was
of
so
hollow
sleazy you could
films, and then it
smell
even
'em.
mentions
Get your rocks off every time.
the Golden Globes, or I forget what the name of the Fallout 2 horror company is, but there's a holotapes in
I
Fallout
told you,
2, and
there's
you can
nothing
like
to
become
it.
an actor, and I think that's really interesting that they took
You
a
betcha.
small little joke section of the Fallout 2 game and made
Damn
a
straight it does, but I ain't got the equipment.
10, 20 hour mod. I forget how in depth they can get, but
Go get 'em, Tiger.
there's not enemies, but there's a few places where he sprinkles a few things, so there's not just nothing to do in the mod, but for the most part, this is more of a relaxed business sim version of a Fallout. And yeah, I that's honestly why I got the safe for work version, or the no titty and no fucking, oh god, you could basically still see it, but fucking Jesus, the stag is still showing all his glory. That man is, oh god, that thing makes me uncomfortable. I don't even know what to call it. I don't want to call it a human because that thing is an animal. I think it was like, I forget the deep lore on him. He's like raised by the Legion or something. I forget, but I can't remember. We'll talk to the girl or the handler, and she'll give us the rundown on Stag's deep lore, because she's either from the Legion or he's a fucking, basically he's a punishment designed by like a sadist cult, and I think she's involved somehow. Like she basically is the handler for him even back then, but I'm not sure. It's been 4 years, 5. It has been quite a while since I've messed around with Fallout New Vegas. But yeah. Anyways, with this episode, as soon as I'm done compiling and getting my, hopefully this comes out correctly and somewhat, I don't even know, man. The audio's already fucked, like from the get-go because of I don't even know what, but I'm gonna try my best to keep this watchable or at least coherent. If nothing else, we'll basically enjoy the fact that we'll be going to Prim next episode, or yeah, that's where you find Chance's knife. I was plugging in my phone, so I looked away for a minute, for a second. As you can tell, I do not want to go down there, because there was already one Cazador that got too close. And, nah. I like my anus unruptured. There's another mod that I once installed, which nah. There's a shit ton of mods that I've installed that have made like little sense. Yeah, that is the most my view distance will go, since I don't want to turn it up to kill your CPU. But I think next episode or video, whatever you want to call it, we go to Prem, we take out some of the convicts, but for the most part, we just kind of acknowledge that, hey, we're leaving the beginning area. We are, well, Prim is still the start area, beginning area. It's up through Nipton. That is what I consider starting, like level 5 to 1 through 5 is Ghost Town or Prim, all that stuff. And, you know, if you want to be a mid-maxer, you can stay around and try to do the quests, like go to the NCR correctional facility and try to find the guy to be the Prim's sheriff, or repair Prim Slim enough to where he can get turned into the sheriff. Oh, that's our other mod, the ball and powder musket. That's the ammo for it. I didn't notice it, but the musket is right there in the corner, but we'll grab it next episode or the episode after then. Right now Trudy's there, so we didn't have enough time to notice it. There's Easy Pete. I have never seen him eating inside. Like, I've never noticed that the AI is that radiant, or I forget
Thanks
what the
again
word
for all
is.
your help.
Like, it was
I might
a
have stopped drinking
Bethesda.
recently.
It was a
You're
Bethesda
better off
thing where
asking.
like the Oblivion AI will do things randomly on its like. It will just get a whim to like, oh, I'm gonna go visit a friend, or I don't think it was that in depth, but they had schedules and they'll go to this place and sit there for 5 minutes, RPing that they're doing something, or they kind of walk around and do their own thing, and they'll
Hey,
talk to each other randomly. Like if an NPC walks by another NPC and they want to talk, they'll just start talking to semi-coherent, like not coherently. They'll say random quotes to each other, like "How was the Vardenfell?" Or I forget. I haven't played Oblivion in quite a while. I that is probably our next video or the next game after this, if not Fallout 3, or I don't know. We might do Postal 2 again, but that one's a little too edgy for
What's up?
current YouTube.
I think I have just what you need.
Oh boy, the drug boy hand rolled cigarettes.
Enjoy.
All right. Well,
Smoke 'em if you got 'em.
we're getting close to the time where I need to sign off and do other things and try to fix shit or whatever. And for the most part, I haven't really started on the GEC, but I'm going to start looking at tutorials and how to edit and make my own little character, or I'm not sure what I want to do with it yet until I do a bunch of research of what's not simple, but what's the the best thing to start for a person who wants to learn the Gek. Not thoroughly, but just kind of enough to. I want to build a little world space, or I want to put something together, like a little player house or something. I don't know. I want to learn how to at least set some objects into the world and like what makes world map go from looking really sparse and unfun to something like. I don't think of a good mod. There's a few awesome mods that were made on Fallout New Vegas' engine, and they've gotten recognition. Like there's the Demos, or I forget what the guy's name or his whatever his Nexus name is, but he got hired by Microsoft. So there's a bunch of cool things that come with the New Vegas engine. But enough about that. You people all take care. You be safe. And as Mr. New Vegas says, stay the fuck out of New Vegas.